Earlier in the introduction section, we created this action to display a movie. In this action, we passed our model to the view by passing it as an argument to the view method. There are two other ways to pass data to views, and that's what I'm going to show you in this lecture. One way is to use the view data dictionary. So every controller has a property called view data, which is of type view data dictionary. So in this example, we can pass our movie to the view like this. Then we remove it from here. Now let's go to the view. With ReSharper, we can quickly navigate to the view for this action by putting the cursor on the view method and pressing Ctrl B. In this dropdown, you see the name of the view, random.cshtml. If you're not using ReSharper, you need to go to Solution Explorer and find the view under Views, Movies, right here. Okay, now instead of using model property, we need to use view data. Now dot. Look, we can't access the name property of our movie because each item in the dictionary is of type object. So we need to explicitly cast it to the movie. Now don't type anything, just watch for a second because this code is going to get a little bit ugly. That's what I meant. So all these noisy parentheses, compare this to what we had before. Model.name. Which one do you think is better? It's obvious. Another problem with this approach is this magic string here. So back in the controller, if we change this movie to random movie, we have to remember to go back in the view and make this change here as well. Otherwise, we'll get a null reference exception. So this way of passing data to the views is fragile. We had this in the very first version of MVC, and then Microsoft decided to improve this, but in a very poor way. So they introduced ViewBag, which is a dynamic type. So back in the controller, instead of using view data with a magic string, we use ViewBag with a magic property. So this movie property is added to the ViewBag at runtime, which means we don't get compile time safety. If we decide to change this magic property to random movie, again, we have to remember to go back in the view and change it here. Plus, we'll have the casting issue as well. So honestly, I have no idea what Microsoft was thinking when they introduced this ViewBag as an improvement for view data. So please do not use view data or ViewBag. If you want to pass data to a view, just use the approach I showed you earlier. So back in the controller, we get rid of these and just pass the movie object here. Now, you might be curious, where does this movie object go in the view result? Let me show you. So I create an instance of view result. View result.viewData.model. So this movie object we pass here will be assigned to this property. This view method here would take care of that, so we don't have to write all this extra code. What I want you to note here is that this view data, it's not a regular dictionary. It's a view data dictionary. So you can either use it as a dictionary with key value pairs or use its model property to work with an object. And that's the preferred way. Next, we're going to look at view models.